settles out. Looks like we have an open house now.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's calling for a 12-foot draw. Give him a little bit of a different look. Maybe get a possible flash over there since they haven't really
just move your broom. Yeah.
thrown any hits to that side.
Really? What Brent's was? Like.
So, Chris, this is the 5th year of the Big Spiel. This is a milestone in the Big Spiel.
That's good.
Yeah, 5th year. What is that in the anniversary world?
Good.
Look up. Looks real good. Look
I don't
up.
know.
Look up.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa.
No.
You can hear Andy call him off. He's a little hot coming in here. Not sure he's going to stick around.
Yeah, well, I've adapted my vacation schedule to the Big Spiel so I can broadcast it. I used to always go out of town this weekend. But the last couple of years, I've been able to stay in town and do this, which just makes sense. We always go north, which is stupid because it's cold.
Well, you look Swedish or Norwegian.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you. Well, which one? And get it right.
I gotta go with the Swedish.
Wrong.
Oh.
Wrong. That's all right.
You a lutefisk guy?
No, I don't like lutefisk. Well, I've never had it, but it doesn't. I don't think I would like it.
Does anybody actually like it?
I don't know. They
Do
have
they just
they have a big
just to say that they like it.
They have a big industry about it.
Oh, I know. Mount Olivet Church off of 50th in Minneapolis has a big lutefisk dinner, and I had volunteered down there one night, and it's not for me. I'll tell you that. There's people that definitely
did the
love
room
it.
smell?
No, it was fine. They had a lot of delicious food down there.
Not just lutefisk.
No.
My dad once
They had
served
the Swedish
it,
meatballs too.
Oh, yeah. I haven't had Swedish meatballs this year. So Herman looks like he's going to try to draw into the house.
Yep, he looks like he has a real good touch on this. Sweepers are down, dragging it in, calling for the sweep. Gonna get it full 12 foot at least. Sitting right on the midline there, right on the center line. Andy, of course, gonna come down, get the hit. Not sure if he's gonna.
Yeah, kind of a traditional clean up the end, blanker out.
Hopefully we peel out.
Open for the blank here. Keep hammer going in the second end. Calling for a touch more broom here.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to come in on the nose here. It's
all right.
Like I said, Chris, these stones are really hooking up, even with some weight. It's going to be an interesting game here. That's for sure. We're going to see some really, really nice draws.
So they forced him to one.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, we had some stones curling over about 5 feet on our game. So even with really good guards out there today, if you have your draw weight down, you can still hit the button.
Sometimes I find that can be like you can think you can do things that you can't do. You're like, oh yeah, I can totally get into that.
Yeah, bring it.
I think one of the hardest things is when you're playing on ice that you're not used to, and you know what the ice can do.
Okay, leave it there.
But you're not trusting the broom because it's just so much broom. But you got to trust the ice, see what it's doing, and throw your shot.
Okay.
Got a nice corner guard up here. I think they wanted to get a little bit more under the center there. Didn't want to give Roush the ability to come over. But looks like they're going on the aggressive side of things and coming into the house. curling in pretty good here, Chris. Looks a little hot.
Yeah, that was really moving though too. I was a little worried about it.
Yeah, I think the broom he gave, like I said, these guys are gonna have to get used to it. Normally doesn't hook up like that here.
So Joey was kind of who's on the right there is their coach, and they're actually, this team is training to go to, oh, actually they're going to the 2019 Deaf Olympics in Milan, Italy, and they competed in Siberia in 2015. They got 7th place.
Line's pretty good.
And two of their players,
Line's really good.
John
You got room.
Knetzger, and they've got another player who's not playing, Keith Michaud. They
Get ready,
scored.
Joe, just
They
Kevin. Whoa.
they got 3rd in the
Come on, finish it. Finish
in
it.
Sochi Deaf
Real hard.
Worlds. So they're a well-decorated squad.
Oh, absolutely. These guys have been playing together a long time.
Yeah, actually, in 2011, they also made it the Olympics, but the Deaf Olympics, but the organizers absconded with the money, and so the Deaf Olympics didn't happen.
Oh, goodness.
So they've got.
Shot, Mac.
Get your Andy barking at his sweepers to get that in there. He's trying to bury it. It's still wide open, so Roush has a shot at it here. Looks like they're going to go for a light hit takeout.
Oh yeah, it's coming across the center line here.
But they could crash it too. No, it's going to stay wide. They're going to spill out here.
Nice.
So we have Roush in the back of the house here with their lead stone, their number 1 stone, back on the 12-foot, just off a little bit.
We have 2 different streams going, so I wanted to see if there was any chat activity, and it's confusing.
Oh, if there is, we can say hi to people, I would suppose, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
But there isn't.
Well,
Yeah, not yet.
What, are they still sleeping?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't they know that there's some championship Sunday action going on up here? Oh, he had a little wobble coming out of the hack there. Looks like he composed himself, though. Looking
The
a
sweepers
little,
are right on it.
Yeah, he looked a little light. I think that wobble threw him off. Put a little bit more weight on the stone and took away. But they're bringing
It's
it
still
in.
it's still going.
yeah.
They're keeping it alive. Holy moly, they're going to be pooped.
And they that's the lead stone now. So red sitting 1. See what Herman does here. So he's calling for hit with a little rollover. Use the red stone as their own guard. I think this is good ice here. I think these guys are starting to figure out this curl. As you can see, look at that thing. That's really coming over, Christopher.
Yeah, it looks pretty good though.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to stick around. Doesn't jam on the back.
About 10 feet before the hog line, that's when it really starts pulling over.
Normal.
Same thing. Looks like we've been having a hit game this first and second end. Not a lot of draws going on. They get a hit here, I think we might end up seeing a draw, as if they hit again. Well, maybe they can, because I mean that's number 1 stone back there. So.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, if they're lucky, they could
Yep.
bring that yellow in the back and get
Yep.
both of them.
Hard.
I think he might end up crashing on his own. No, he's got
Hard. Hurry.
it. Oh, very
Hurry,
nice.
Kevin.
Sweepers really did a great job on that, holding that stone.
I also have mics on sheet 4. I have Clay Orvik and Willie Farbelo mic'd up, just for comedic. So we can flip over there.
What?
There's Clay. His dad
you know,
was like, I don't know if I
You
want to
make
have him
mistakes in
mic'd.
life.
A colorful man in his clothing and in his verbiage, that's for sure.
Right here.
Really, really good guys, really good curlers over there. That's going to be a really good game as well.
Better.
Yeah, we're flanked by the first event semis.
Farblows, of course, have been playing together as a family for a long, long time.
F Troop.
Yep.
The F Troop.
Really nice shot as well.
So it looks like Roush was trying to, or Herman was trying to get them to curl underneath, but threw it a little heavy. The draw underneath. So now Andy's going to call the same.
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to do the draw in or if they're going to do the hit, because they had that back there as a scoring stone, and they would have 2 guards up top.
Looks a little heavy, but it is moving.
Looks like it'll finish behind the tee line here. It's a nice pocket for him to come down to now. Unfortunately, they went a little bit further than they wanted to. Couldn't get it buried behind their guard. Or the one sitting up there on the top of the 12.
Herman's going to try to do a double here.
I actually think there's a triple, actually, if they really want to get rid of that other red.
That might just be greedy.
Sometimes you got to go big.
Uh-huh. That's what I hear.
Don't need to in this area, though. Just fine. Cleared that out of there.
Yeah, it
They
sticks
got
around a little
biter.
bit.
Yep.
So we're at 82 decibels is the.
Barry over there.
We
So
got-
tell me, what do we
Could do this.
when we're measuring this? Does that mean the room,
Yeah,
all the ambiance?
yeah. I think it was a little louder earlier. But sometimes I just know, like you can hear it in the. So I'm always like trying to manage that
You like that?
a little bit. But
All the yahoos,
yeah, I like the sound.
all the yahoos like this guy over here, Bob Hedstrom.
Full 12.
Okay. Full 12.
Did you guys pull out the win there, Bobby? Did the Canadians take them home or what? Did you guys win or lose?
4.
You did. Good. These guys need to be humbled a
come
little
on.
bit.
Hurry line.
Got some of these
Come on,
Canadian curlers coming on down, having fun with us. Good group of guys hanging
right,
out in
they're-
Chaska. Good luck on your next game, fellas.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble. All right.
Yeah. Couldn't quite get the guard to stick up top. So Herman's going to have another chance at getting this scoring red out.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for the hit. That's an interesting call. Considering they're behind the tee line, it just leaves the button wide open then. Unless they're trying to draw around, I don't know, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a hit here.
But if he hits and sticks, then he's sitting 2.
That's true.
Or hits and rolls a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to get the rollover.
Oh, it's not going to
And
stick.
No, not going to stick around. And he swept it on out of there.
Take this or
Oh, that was hammer shot. I'm sorry. I thought
Nope.
it was,
play
Not
safe
quite.
or
Oh, no.
we can be aggressive.
Yeah, this is an interesting call. Do you get rid of their yellow, or do you just draw in? Because you're like basically saying, if we don't make our shot,
Play it safe
we're
or be
okay. You having
aggressive.
2.
Play it safe.
I was using my
or-
bad eye, too. Sorry about that.
You have a bad eye?
Yeah.
You know, I saw a video.
2 of them sometimes.
I saw the video the other day from Chaska. You were doing a giveaway for 22 long rifles.
Yeah, with Norma. Oh, yeah.
I thought, wow, dang, why can't I win those? I'd have to go get a gun first.
You
but-
know, that team brought that same gift last year. They bring it every year.
I'm not anti-gun. I used to be in a shooting league. I don't want to sound anything like that, but I just cracked me up. Like it's not like beer or a mug or no, 22 long rifles.
Hey, you never know when you're going to have to take care of a couple varmints or.
Here we can hear Clay sweeping really hard over here.
Does Clay sweep hard?
I don't know. Apparently, so you hear him breathing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's tuckered.
Wow.
He was giving her.
This is going to be. Hurry line!
Oh, I turned it off just as he was leaving.
Okay, you're by.
That's
Goodbye.
all right.
Probably going to the bathroom now.
You're by. We're good. We're clear. We're clear. Bring it back if it's not there. Bring it back.
Oh yeah, get
Bring
that
it
tucked
back.
underneath.
Andy hollering to get as far back as possible because it was wide open there. So
Yeah, shrink it down to the 4 foot.
now it looks like they have the opportunity to draw it down,
We'll see.
tuck in themselves, or possibly even tap it back, get it out of there. A little lightweight takeout. They'd be sitting 2 at that point. Hovland currently sitting 1. Back in the 8 foot behind the tee line. We have Herman coming out here with a 7th stone. See what kind of weight he's bringing here.
Outside.
Oh, the sweepers are worried about it.
Yep. Yep, they're communicating. They got to stick close.
We don't want it too heavy though. Got to move. Oh, there it goes. It's coming
It's
across.
hooking up. It's hooking up. Calling for him to stay off. And looks like he's sitting real
Pretty
nice there.
Nice
Yep.
shot. Although it shouldn't be too hard to get rid of that.
No, they can get rid of it definitely, but most likely they'll get rid of their own as well. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have the ability to get in there and just scoot it out.
Yeah, it might be better just to sit on it.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad call at all.
And I'm sure it's easy.
Oh, absolutely.
Just watch the last shot and replay it.
You can be heavy here, guys. You can poke them a little bit.
What do they call that? The couch quarterback? So the couch curler? Knows all?
Yeah. It's really easy from up here.
Oh, yeah.
So I think on sheet 6 we have,
We have a Chaska team.
where did that come from?
Little feedback.
Yeah. Never heard that before.
Wait only. Wait only.
Whoa!
Stop.
Whoa!
Stay off if you can.
Yep!
I don't know.
Clear.
Yeah, we have a Chaska team over there, led by Brad Caldwell. We have Chase Ebling over there, along with a couple other players out of Chaska. Eric. Goodness gracious. Where's that coming from?
I have no idea what that's coming from. Like, there's nothing on here. Very weird. Ghosts. You know, this place is haunted.
Yeah, we have Eric Quistgaard, and we have Sean Banyai against Jason Smith. And a couple players out of Denver, as a matter of fact. Those guys have been coming every single year. A great couple.
Clausen?
Oh, the team they're playing. Jason Smith skipping. Of course, Jason, I think 2-time Olympian.
Has he been on the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I know I have his broom. He gave me his broom once. Kind of like in the Pepsi commercial, you know, where they give the jersey. He gave me his broom. I still curl with it. It works well.
I actually, I announced NBC's Curling Night in America. I don't know if
I
you knew
saw that. Yeah, that was
And,
super cool.
I was talking with Schuster and those guys after the game, and they gave me game broom, and they all signed it. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
I got a gold marker, Sharpie, of course, and all the fellas signed it for me. I still got to get Tyler's, though, so if Tyler's listening, I'm coming for
Tyler's
you.
in Charlotte right now, I saw on Facebook. All right, so red stole one. They drew down actually on top of the yellow, and Roush came back and got one of the two out, but couldn't get both. So now Andy's team is up 2-0 over Herman's team. I'm going to zone in on Clay sweeping again. That's.
I don't think they're going to have to sweep this one. He's got a lot of weight coming down on here.
Kick it.
Yep. Merlin's letting him know to stay off. Looks like he's flashing it, unfortunately. No, didn't come over enough. Threw it a little wide there.
Sheet 4 for people at home.
Wait.
So we got the same score, as a matter of fact, Chris. We have red with 2.
Yep.
And red with 2 over here on sheet 5 as well. Same outcome.
Yeah.
Scored 1 in the first and stole 1 in the second.
Willie Farbelow he's got the mic on. He just delivered a nice rock. Good form, long form.
Miller, he didn't tell you to throw more on that one. Just fire it as hard as you can and see what happens. Are you listening right now? Good, because in case you're wondering,
Yeah.
he's not very good.
Yeah, good old Clay. He's probably going to check in on us, make sure he keeps on his P's and Q's.
Yeah. All right, so back to our feature match.
Yeah, looks like a little upset with his own shot there as he went
Yep.
a little bit deeper in the house than he wanted to, of
Let's
course.
get rid
He's
of
back
it.
there. Looks like he's about halfway on
Feel
the 8
out.
foot and the 12 foot there. Yeah, after the first end, it really sped up for us as well. After at the 7:30 game, it's about 3-9 ice.
Yep.
All
Yep.
Got a lot of
Yes.
heat. Oh, Andy's getting after his sweepers. They weren't jumping on the stone like you wanted them to. Spilling out, keeping the house open. Didn't want anything for them to come on down to. See if he throws up the guard again.
So did they wanted to come in? I think. Like I was wondering if like John, they wanted John to come in, so they're going to try to split the house. Maybe try something different.
He called him over there in the 8 foot. So.
Ooh, and does he have a United States flag belt on? John Knetzger.
I believe so.
Pretty exciting. Like those belts.
Bought some American flag socks from some gals over in Chaska. There's some high school gals selling their socks, their own business.
They make them themselves?
Hippie feet socks.
Oh.
Not happy, hippie. And as a matter of fact, great quality and all goes to a good cause, helps out homeless. So all you out there that are in need of some really nice curling socks, they're all different styles, colors, wild colors, Vikings colors, American flag style, of course.
I have a friend who always keeps a box of socks in her back seat, so then when people, when you get off the highway and people are asking for donations, she gives them socks.
That's a great idea.
I try to tell her that I don't think people really want socks. They probably have plenty of socks.
Well, that would be you assuming, and you know
Yeah.
what you know what
I
happens
know.
when you assume.
Yeah. An ass out of you
And me.
and me.
So we came down another hit. This has been a hit fest here.
Yep. Yeah, I'm wondering when it's going to change. I love the bench out on the ice.
Oh, absolutely.
Which team is the oldest team? Is it the Farbelows need that bench?
I think only 2 of them do.
Yeah.
The other guys are
Pretty
young bucks. I think they got energy for days. Waits a little
this
up.
is-
He's calling for him to stay off.
David threw the rock, and Joey sweeps it, gets it. Can they get it to stick? Yep. So in these kind of games, I guess they're just waiting for a miss.
Absolutely. And in all my experience, I've never seen a curler curl 100%. So we'll probably see a miss at some point.
We could do double or nothing. I don't think it's going to be this one. I think they're going to get this one.
No, so far they
For $100,000.
so far I think they're dialed in. Oh my goodness gracious. I am now getting handed a double dipper, a Wolf Bugle Cone. These are infamous. Started out in Chaska by Sue Wolf. And as a matter of fact, she did the squeeze cheese in the Bugle Cone.
I just get one? I only get one. I only got... All right, we're gonna take a break from our.
Yep, we got to step away from the game here.
We're gonna take it. Yeah.
As we got the fellas back here calling us to join in
I'm getting hungry though.
on a celebratory bugle cone, Wolf Bugle Cone. Excuse me. We got to stand up here and give a cheers.
Cheers.
There you heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this edible?
Edible and addicting. Thank you, gentlemen. So as I was saying, Sue would do bugles and do the squeeze cheese. Well, as we're standing there, I saw these lonely cheese balls. And I said, well, goodness, we might as well just top it off.
Yeah.
And now it's like an ice cream cone. They are the Wolf Bugle Cones. Two of my amazing volunteers over there in Chaska, Mr. and Mrs. Bruce and Sue Wolf, excuse me. As a matter of fact, she texted me right now. Look at that.
As if. So Andy's keeping the house clean. Herman's going to call Joey to come into the house again. I'm going to keep on trying this. Waiting for the miss, I guess.
A lot of action, but not a lot of stones in the house.
Yep.
Looks like he has some really good weight here.
Yeah, the sweepers are just walking with it, communing with it.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to get on
Just waiting for it to hook up. Calling him off. Looks going to be just on tee line or a little past
Yeah, a little
there.
deep. All right, so now here, this is the other. So now, I won 100,000 on the last one. You want to go double or nothing? Did they miss this one?
Oh, you won.
Yeah,
Oh, I
they
didn't see
cleared it
it.
out. Well, it's because you were doing the bugle thing.
It doesn't count if I don't see it, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't trust you. I've heard about you.
Yeah. That was the most pleasant pop. Oh, but then they stick around. That's very nice.
Yep, now we're evened up.
All right. Overcooked there.
You know, some of these
Anywhere back
outside
behind.
shots here,
Didn't do
Chris,
that
are some of
wrong.
the difficult takeouts.
Yeah.
Because once you start getting out in the weeds there, it can really hook up and take a dive.
Yeah, and he looks like he's going from the inside out, which the Dex always says in St. Paul, you go from the outside in. Realize that's way out there.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. It's
He's calling to sit on it.
yeah. Now he's calling for the draw over to it. Yep. So on sheet 4 we have Farble. I'm sorry.
It's Farbelo versus Orvik.
Yeah, Orvik's got 2, and we have Hovland with 2.
Inside.
Yeah, sheet 6 is Caldwell Clausen, and they're tied at 1 apiece. Sheet 4 and 6 are both the A event semis. So the winner of either one of those will be called on sheet 5. Will be decided on sheet 5.
We'll have Mr. Scott Belvich come on up from Chaska.
Yeah, we're having just a Chaska broadcasting contingent.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Scott getting a lot of kudos for the ice work that him and his crew did all weekend long. Had a lot of thumbs up, a lot of high fives from people.
Whale on him. Hopefully we fall over to the center.
It's a lot of work getting ice going on all these different, all these different facilities all at the same
Spill them
time.
both. That's just fine.
So this started on Thursday, right?
Yeah. But
5:30 was the first
if we
draw.
don't throw it hard enough, they'll probably spill.
I believe Frogtown was the
First?
no. Frogtown was the only club that didn't have draws on Thursday. They have the fun events over there today. The cage cleaners,
Yep.
the leasters,
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Andy calling hard.
Sweep. He's got it.
And
Wow.
he did his job. Spilled out.
I think he
Kept the
was
biter.
thinking he was going to get them both, but that works too.
Well,
Yeah, so
if he'd
the
have got both, he would have
the
got his
sheet,
own.
Nice to be a little
the events
fatter,
over at
but
Frogtown, did I
fatter
see that they're doing the like Looper Spiel style where you can buy mulligans and things?
Right, so it's called the leaster, and it's you don't want your stones in the house. But if you put a stone through the house, the other team gets to place it wherever they want to.
Oh,
And they do have the mulligan type shot, so you can either redo your shot, or if
make
somebody
it worse?
or if somebody yeah, right. Or if somebody makes a great shot, you can say, you know what? Prove it, make it again.
Or make a really bad shot, prove it. There's no way you could make that one that bad. That's the worst.
All right, he's coming out here right now. Herman's coming with some draw weight. Sweepers jump on right away.
yeah.
Yeah, they want to get that over.
Well, it's got to be
It's got to
there.
come over an awful lot.
Yeah, it's got to come over a lot. They need the weight, though, too, to try and get back to it. It looks like it's just going to be sitting wide open there.
Okay. Snows it.
And he's going to come back again with a hit. Looks
Oh.
like he has a biter back there, Chris.
We have Willie and Clay are sitting on a bench
Well, you have a
talking.
chance to blanket,
Little
but
left.
Mikey over here.
I had Mike Farbelow do commentating at the cash spiel. He's pretty. He knows a lot about curling.
He should.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to be full 12, right?
The experience there is
Sweep. Sweep. Sweep.
quite lengthy.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Sweep. Sweep.
Okay.
Sweep.
Okay.
Andy's got a good hit. Pretty much right off nose on the
Yeah.
low side.
So Red's sitting 2 now.
Sitting 2 indeed. And I believe this is the last stone.
Yep.
This is the hammer rock. And you really
So hitting the stick is a force.
Yep.
Didn't want to hit.
You don't need the double here. He's got that biter in the back. You just gotta
I have no idea.
hit and stay.
I know.
Giving him a lot of ice, so not going to be super heavy.
Yeah, those down takeouts though, those can be tough.
Yep.
I sometimes prefer just a little bit more weight.
Sit inside and
And
I
beat
don't
down.
have that good of weight control to have more than 1 or 2 weights. So
You have
Oh.
one mode of takeout weight.
no, not really. But I just am not like I can't consistently. I can throw it lighter or heavier, but
And he's got a beautiful
Yep.
shot. Didn't even move
Right
right on the
through,
nose.
his third legs too. Beauty.
Did you just say third leg?
Third leg, yeah.
Ouch.
Third's legs. Did not say third leg.
Good shot.
All right, I'm going to listen to a little Willie over here. Looks like Mike's throwing against 3 over here on sheet 4. Try to draw into the button.
Yeah, he's got a backboard there too, so he can come with a little weight
Oh, God, it's got
just to make sure it's there, but it's got to curl a lot. You can hear him saying it right now.
It looks pretty light.
Looks like
Gotta
Mike's
go.
trying to help it.
There they go.
Yep. They got to get onto
Come on,
it. It's
every
really
inch, every
coming
inch,
down.
every inch.
They got to go
Every
hard.
inch, guys. Come on.
Just didn't get it there.
Willie stood up and had the young guys do the sweeping.
Well, they were waiting for it to hook up, and it just didn't really hook up.
Yeah.
It didn't curl like he wanted it to, and unfortunately, being out in the weeds like that, and
Looks like did Orvik score 2 on that, do you think?
I didn't see where the
So far out
third
there,
one
never came
was.
back.
He
He
definitely got
couldn't
one
start
for
on it.
sure.
No.
I don't know if he got 2 or
Gonna say,
not.
like, play the weight. The weight would have been. What's that?
So on our fifth sheet here with Hovland and Roush,
Got
we have a
room.
great guard put up by Team Roush. Yellowstone right in the center there, just about 3 foot above the house.
How's the
Maybe
line?
this will finally
Yeah,
get
we
to
got
a
lots of room. Get.
guard and draw game.
Yep,
You
I
got-
think
you
so.
got it. Come on, you can get
It's
it.
about time.
Come on, Brent. Come on.
Oh, this is looking
Come on,
nice.
Brent.
Oh yeah, real nice. They drag it a little bit more, be completely buried.
That was a beauty.
Andy's shaking his
Yep.
broom.
Nice shot.
So Herman's just going to try to draw around, or? Yeah, he's doing the call I do. Hit it anywhere along here. Just get it in here somewhere.
Not so much here or here.
Just
Right
anywhere.
around
Just
in
keep
here.
it here. Yeah.
Both tomatoes.
For all you out there listening, it sounds like we had a bit of an issue with curling zone today. Sounds like they need to take care of that. Get
Yep.
the names up there.
Yeah. Curling. Yeah, I heard that.
Thank goodness it didn't go down in the middle of Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, it seems like curling zone would probably be a pretty important resource for coordinating 4 clubs.
Oh, absolutely. And what a beautiful
Nice
shot.
shot.
That is. A run back take out there.
Yeah.
He is
Leaves his buried.
Yep. Completely changed this end right here with that shot. They're now
Andy's
sitting
down there nonplussed. He's nonplussed by that shot. Can you just tell him?
That is a word that you're going to have to
I might not
describe.
even know what it is. What does
In line.
nonplussed mean?
Hey, about the same weight.
We have Chris
Got
talking to
room.
his watch.
Whoa, if you can. Whoa.
Let it be, let it be, let it be.
Surprised and
More weight.
confused so much that they are unsure how to
Line's
react.
great.
Wow.
Line's great.
Yeah,
Got room.
exactly.
Very interesting. I would have never guessed that.
Keep
I'm
going.
nonplussed.
Well, actually, you know what? That does make
Fine.
sense.
Nice shooting, Max.
How so?
Well,
That last shot of theirs was
none
quite a
meaning you don't get any of it,
Yeah.
and plus meaning you don't get it a lot.
Okay. Yeah, plus, extra. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So say the description again.
I
Can you get
can't
it back?
pull it up on my watch.
No.
It's like something about being so confused and surprised that you can't act.
Uber
Hey, Mark.
confused. Hello there, sir.
Mr. Wilmer came by with his goofy hat
So
and gorgeous scarf.
no limoncello, no pickles. I mean, come on. I thought you were Mark Wilmer.
All right, so David's going to try to draw down to this beautiful red rock in the back of the
It's
forefoot.
looking a little wide.
It is
he's-
moving, though.
Yeah, he's calling. I don't know why he's calling for the sweep there. He was wide and a little heavy. Maybe he just didn't know what kind of weight was coming down.
Maybe it was that directional sweeping.
It's true.
I think that using, like sometimes I
I think
blow
he's
on
gonna- I
rocks, to move them. Maybe he was thinking, just move your arms back and forth and blow it over.
I yell at them. It works.
Yeah.
20% of the time, it works every time.
I mean, the same broom they had. I mean, everything's same.
Now Andy's got a backboard back here, so they're going to want to draw in. And
Lots of line.
We're all there.
Oh, it's a little
All
heavy.
there. Plenty weight.
he's got
Yeah.
that backboard back there, though,
back
too.
house.
Doesn't
Hopefully
hurt
we
them
come
at
over
all.
here.
Yeah, try to sit on that, I think.
I don't think
Unless
we
he
have
doesn't
it.
curl over.
Yeah, it's kind of
Sorry,
hanging
Kevin.
up.
Yeah. He might be flashing through here.
Oh,
See if
maybe a
Herman
little.
can sweep
Come
it
on,
out.
Come on, come on.
Got a little rub.
All right.
Still
fine.
not sticking around, though.
Everything's lined up on that center line.
Max knows what he's talking about. And Max knows what he's
Yeah, so
talking about.
Orvik scored 3 in that third, so they're up 5-0 over Farbelow's squad.
Oh, goodness.
He's shooting for 80.
And I don't know who the colors on sheet 6, Caldwell Clausen.
Caldwell is yellow and Clausen is red. And it looks like they just took 3 in the fourth to go up 4-1.
So David's second rock is looking a little heavy. Going to line up similarly to the first one. Ticks off that red. Did get to it though, so he has some moral victory, maybe.
This is okay.
That's one thing that happens there, you know, when you have stones coming down that same alley, you know, you get that little bit of a lane, it starts to run. You know, your normal draw carries a little bit further than you're used to. That's a beautiful part about this game.
It does seem though on the left-hand side coming towards us, they're not moving as much.
No, they're not moving. That's what I'm saying. There's a bit of a lane there. They're speeding up and not curling up as much.
Lots
Good.
of line.
Feels nice.
Lots
A lot of times it
room.
comes down to who can figure out
Whoa,
the
if
ice
you can.
quickest.
Whoa!
Well, the sweeper's right on that
Yeah,
one,
plenty.
so.
Yep, Andy getting them off though
But then
too.
they got off, yeah.
Just like we're saying, it's not curling a whole lot on this side.
Take it deep.
But it's coming down though too,
Nope,
so
nope,
now it's
nope,
connecting
nope.
up again. Gonna get a little bit of a
It's gonna be
bounce,
fine.
some space there.
That's acceptable, I'm sure. All
What
right,
are you doing?
so we're going to try this the 4th or 5th time.
Not a ripper toss.
Joey's going to try to draw down.
Yeah, very surprising score over there on sheet 4 with Orvik and Farwell. Not sure what happened on that last end.
Trying to
The
pump the brakes on
when
these
I was saying
fuckers,
who was
huh?
sitting out there, who the old man was, I guess it's John Miller.
I haven't.
He's using the bench in the middle.
Looks like he's on vacation out there with that shirt.
Yeah. I wonder what they're talking about.
21, so it's 21.
Now I don't know what.
I don't like that. Compared to here, it is.
I think they're talking about the drinking age.
Draw the court there.
Yeah.
21.
Want to sneak it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's going to try to sneak it through there.
Yep.
Wow, that seems aggressive to me.
Andy's trying to try coming through the port.
I think so. Unless they has a different term for what sneak it means. Oh.
Yeah, dangerous shot
Line's pretty good.
because he can tap yellow back in
Line's
there.
pretty good.
Line's good.
Here's the same line's good.
Wait, sweep.
Whoa.
Wait, sweep.
Calling for the sweep. It is coming in real nice.
right, yep.
Ooh,
Hard.
That's aggressive.
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa.
They might tick. Yep, they ticked.
That's okay.
All right.
Very
Brett.
nice. Very, very nice. Though that top yellow is lined up there, looks like they can hit right off a nose and actually,
I pull it back.
they wouldn't be sitting scoring stone though still, but at least it would get it out of there. Looks like he's going for the other side though, gonna tap back their 5 stone to the button.
Yeah, it looks like red's sitting 3. So this is a
I yank it back.
important shot.
Do you notice it when I'm delivering that I'm?
Yep,
See
Team
it?
Roush scored 1 point in the third end. Of course, Hovland scored 1 in the first and stole 1 in the second. So we have a score right now of 2-1 with Hovland in the lead. We have Joey Bata up there as he's about to deliver the stone right now. Going for the bump back on the 5 stone. Hoping to push that back there onto the button.
Yeah, and I threw 69.
Be guarded very well.
About 2.
He's calling for the sweep, calling off right away too.
Oh man.
No, the on-off
Yeah.
is always a good sign.
This is that tricky side, Chris, that I was
Oh.
talking about.
Yeah.
That it's got that run.
Well, you know, Dex always says if they're sitting 3 against, make them sit 2, and they just did that. So
What do you
That's true.
like?
not the worst.
Do it again.
So they've got that.
Many wise words
Still
from the
preserves
man we
this.
know as Dex.
And the same shot. You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Looks like Orvik far below. Orvik sitting 4.
Certainly
Okay.
is.
Gonna throw a similar shot, I would imagine.
And we have the local curling wizard over there.
Top house guard.
Merlin, yeah.
That's right.
Yellow.
Makes stones appear out of thin air.
I mean, that's what happened. Yeah.
It could be what's going on down there.
All right, so
He's always got a stone up his sleeve.
now it looks like he's gonna. Is he gonna run that? No.
Sweep.
Looks
this
like
the
he's trying to
same
do
shot?
the same shot. Yeah.
Yep. Hard. Hard, Max. Hard, Max.
Not the same
Hard
effect
Max.
though, I don't think. Oh yeah,
You're by.
he's gonna clear
You're
it.
by. You're by.
Very nice, very nice. Although it's gonna be sticking out there now, and there's something to hit.
Get it
Or
over.
not.
Get it over. Get it over.
Very
Oh,
nice.
it did actually do that little bit of a hard curl back towards the button there.
Yep.
There is a port there. You're gonna have to come with some heat if you're gonna make it through. But it looks like they're gonna do the same exact shot. They're gonna try drawing in and
He's the one who lost
bounce off that 5 stone,
You don't
get a roll in onto the
So
button
They got
there.
a nice opening. But they got a dandy little hole here. Yeah. I mean, we're not sitting that great. They got more options than we do.
They don't have that rated, do they?
Heard a little rumor that Denver might be having another club.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Decent amount of weight here.
They
Yeah.
have 2 now, right?
I believe only one.
Oh.
Yeah. I have another office over there, so I got to visit over there.
Catch.
That's fun.
Good old gal Jen Wen out of Denver. Always bringing out the crews. Great groups of people out there. Always calm, smiles on their faces, have a great time with us over here in the big Spiel. They come every year. But Jen now has moved out to Seattle. Curling out in Seattle now.
What's the Seattle club? Is it the Granite
Rocks won't be in the same spot.
Granite Curling
Yep.
Club?
Yep.
All right, so it looks like Herman's going to try to raise up his yellow.
Colin Huffman comes out of Granite there, now living in the Twin Cities area.
Of the Timberwolves commercial fame.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's in that TSR commercial. Both he and Richie are like sitting there, you know, and Steve Cherry says, if you're injured and I don't want to ruin your game, but, and Colin Huffman is in the back.
Oh, goodness, I'm going to have to check that out. Doesn't look like they're going to get what they want out of here.
Well,
Darn hell of a try there. Great try. They tried bumping that back rather than going for the draw, and just came up a little too high.
Got that.
yeah, it was like the weight was in between a bump or a draw.
I mean, I think
Yep.
we give them this.
Talking about what side they want to guard up here, Chris, because they do have an option.
They're
with
sitting
the double
3,
run
right?
back.
I mean, if we give them this, are we ever in jail? Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about what side they need to
Put it
cover.
there.
Because they do have 2 options there, as they can come down and
Yeah,
hit
do
this
that.
side,
Back
but they
into
also
it.
do have that
We sit
double
here.
run back there, which could
Draw it in.
run
Yeah.
the 1 into the 6, and then the 6 would then
I'd
run
say
into the
ideally
red
here,
6
if
stone and
this-
be sitting for
We
1.
can live with that. Over here. Or do
Looks
you
like they're
want
going to try
that
taking
here?
both away with this 1 stone by
Maybe a little bit less.
coming
Oh,
right
put it
down
back
to
out.
their own 6 stone there in the
Let's
4
try to
foot.
sneak it right in between that, red and yellow, right on top
Well, this is a pretty precise shot.
of our red. Oh yeah, yeah, we're going to be in the 4 foot, in between their yellow and red.
I mean, you can't get yourself in a lot of
So
trouble
we're
here.
just drawing
Uh,
in. Front shot,
If you
front
come up
shot.
short, you have a guard, which is
Sitting at an
great.
angle on top of
If
ours,
you
if
come a
we're
little
short, we're
long,
fine.
you bump it back a little bit, not a big deal.
Even a tap on ours is going to be fine.
Yeah, as you can hear, he's saying
Yeah.
not a big deal with the weight here. Not a precision
That
shot.
was
They just
bu-
need to
that was
cover
the
it up
button.
somehow.
We need to be on this side of the.
Well, it's a precision shot in the sense of where he said he
No,
wanted
sorry,
it.
Brian.
Okay.
Like,
Right.
I want it right here. Okay.
pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Putting a stone right where you want it 150 feet away, and I've seen it done many,
Line's
many
nice.
times.
Line's nice.
He's going to sit in the back of the 12. That's
Whoa.
what I think is going to
Stay off it. Higher's better than deep.
Whoa.
Higher's better than
Whoa.
deep.
be. Oh, it's got pretty nice
Stay
white.
off it.
Whoa.
It's got to work. Kevin, get
Whoa,
get ready.
nothing. Whoa.
Stay
Well,
off.
look at
Stay
that.
off. It's good.
And it
It's
comes
really
down, a little tap.
good. Oh, yeah, nice shot.
That's exactly what he
Love
said it.
Just a touch far.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't want to bump it back.
I would call that maybe
Yeah,
72%.
that's about where you were tapping.
I think I'll give him a 90,
Spill 3 of those rocks.
95% on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, with
He could spill all
So,
3 of
Maybe
those
even a
rocks.
97.
Orvik sitting 4.
yeah.
You needed to get
With one shot
really
apiece.
stuck tight in there.
I don't know how far below gets out of that.
Yeah. This is a hair heavy, but
Close, but you want to get in a grip.
Oh
I know,
my
it's better.
goodness. Orvik is singing that song again.
Mama shark doo 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 doo. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It was like, partway down, we try to go, Nick, it looks like we got Daddy shark doo 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 doo. Too late.
I heard him singing that song in the locker.
Daddy shark doo doo doo.
It is going to be in everybody's head all day long.
Okay, now we gotta concentrate.
And now they're going to hate him.
First time he threw that rock too, right? Agree?
And he's doing what I
First time
thought he
you
was
do
going to
that.
do
He's
over
got the
here.
tap
He was
back
going to
on
try
a
and do the
straight
double
draw,
tap
right?
back, but unfortunately he's flashing it.
Yeah, a little wide.
Yep. Giving them, looks like could
Yeah.
be 4,
Okay.
Chris. I think they got 4 on
So
him
sort
there.
of half and. Oh, he's
And they-
walking
Yeah,
away.
so is
Yeah,
Andy looking to see how can we get to 5th?
Grandma shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark doo
I
doo
would
doo
say,
doo
why
doo.
not? I
Grandma
don't think you
shark.
can hurt yourself here.
Grandpa shark doo 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 doo. Grandpa shark.
I can't mute it.
Yeah, but I think you made a mistake miking up Clay. Because that's not going to be the only time we hear
That's
that.
what Merlin told me. He said that I wouldn't have mic'd
I
him up.
think this is easier.
We haven't thrown that way. I don't know what it's going to do.
So Andy and his
No
third
idea what
are
it's doing over there. I can't
talking
remember.
here.
Get a skip.
Of course, third is Brent Magnuson.
Fine.
Step, top,
Yeah,
step, foot.
yeah.
So he's
Oh, he's going to try to.
I don't know what it does on the other side. I can't remember. We haven't thrown that way in this game at all. No, that's the last rock.
He's sticking to the same side they've been throwing down because they know what the stone's going to
We
do.
just got to touch blue.
Just got to touch the blue.
Yeah.
Um,
Halfway. Take
more
it
wide
in.
open here on the right-hand side, but as he said, he's not sure what the ice would do over there and doesn't want to end up tapping back
I mean, there is
Roush
this,
to
but I
take
don't know
away
what.
a couple of their points. Yeah, it's Smitty coming out hot here, firing a bullet down at Caldwell's. 3 stones he's got in the house here. Took away 2 of them.
Wait only.
Not sure how they're sitting down there, but it looks like
Stay off it.
Brad has at least 1 in there. Not sure if he's got 2, but he's coming down.
Andy
for the-
needs to just get into the blue. Just keep it off that one.
He's coming a little too hot there.
Yeah,
But, oh,
I
I think he got it.
Get rid of that hammer.
My goodness, those stones, when they're finishing off, they get that little curl in
Yep.
there, and they come back another inch
Wow.
or 2.
5.
And it looks like he did get 5. Big scores here today, Chris.
Mike Farbelow's coming down and try to. I think he's going to try to hit and roll off his own.
Yeah, that's really the only thing he's got over there. I mean, unfortunately, got too much of the stone and hit nose and stopped dead.
Wow.
And it looks like he, Orvik ended up getting 4 there.
And they're shaking.
They are shaking.
So Orvik will be in
Fucking
the
embarrassment.
final.
He swore.
He swore into the mic.
Willie says it's a F troop embarrassment.
Yep.
Jake?
Nobody likes getting blanked on the board, and unfortunately, it happens to all of us.
Yes.
Come on, guys. Come on.
All right. So now they're going to wait the winner of Caldwell
We're there.
Clausen on sheet
Really?
6.
All right. We're there.
Well, that's the nice thing about winning early. Now you get to go rest,
Yeah.
recharge the batteries a little bit.
I know for their squad, I'll probably have a pitcher of beer.
Eh?
Yeah, it's a good point.
This much not. That's okay. We'll put it in.
That was nice. They grabbed just like a little pebble right at the end.
Yeah. Spinning. That's awesome.
Is that red biting up there, Chris?
I think so. I don't know. So
If they are, they're not paying attention to it. They're going to stick to the game plan to score multiple points. They need to score multiple points. You can't do that hitting. So they're throwing up that corner guard there.
apparently, it's not biting.
And we do have Team Roush sitting with 1 point, and Hovland leading the match here with 7, as they took 5 in that 4th end there. We have Andy calling just off center line here. Looks like he's going to draw around behind the yellow guard. As you know, we have the 5
Yep.
rock guard rule in effect here at the Big Spiel.
You gotta go.
The line?
And we definitely got to give a shout out to some of these amazing sponsors for the Big Spiel as well. Obviously,
ready.
we
Yep.
can't put
Yep.
on a show like we do here
Yep.
without all the amazing volunteers and all these
That's
great
fine, Matt.
sponsors. So Sisyphus Brewing, along with Ben Paddle Brewing, Cigar City Brewing, St. Paul's Flat Earth, as well as Utiples, Omni, Excelsior, and Prize.
Yeah.
Have you ever been up to Prize Brewing before?
Oh yeah, I love the feather bowling.
Feather bowling is absolutely amazing.
You know what I like to do is I like to go feather bowling, but then I like to, while feather bowling, say Sisyphus 3 times in a row. Sisyphus, Sisyphus, Sisyphus.
Did you see me say that?
It's going to sound like a total dork because I watch all those things.
It's hard, man.
gonna have
Saying
one side of my
that, saying
body
that 3
that's
times fast. I don't know
ripped,
anybody that can do it.
chiseled.
I just did.
Not well.
I'm only gonna take half my shirt off at the beach.
So
but,
sheet,
but
on,
you got an A for effort.
on sheet 6 though, Caldwell got 2 in the 5th and it made it a game. So looks like we have a real game going on over there.
Yep, Smitty fired that bullet down there to take away. They were in a bad spot,
Normal.
possibly giving away 5, but he took care of 2 of them.
Yeah.
So this Clausen team is, you said they're from Denver,
That's right.
except for Jason.
That's right.
He's their ringer.
And then we have
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I'm getting recommendations for singing the beer song. Oh no way.
That's okay.
back to feather bowling though.
Yeah.
So, for those of you out there that have never feather bowled in your life, it is a concave alley, just like bocce, where the pucks, not balls, because you bocce balls, you have the pucks, which are actually shaped just like curling stones, except they're wood.
Yeah, and you roll them on the side.
You can roll them down the middle, down the side, however you want.
No, but like you don't put them flat. You roll them on the.
correct.
You roll them.
Yes, correct.
Clayton came up here and wants me to take his mic off. So just 1 second.
Wasn't it great? I saw you guys waving your hands to Baby Shark.
The first time. we liked it the first time, but not the 7th time.
Hey, you know what? when we get a song stuck in our heads, we gotta go with it. I'll tell Willie to bring the mic back too.
Yeah, I can't remember the couple that's over there playing with Smitty.
Heel out.
They've come every year. They come from Denver, great crew, and they have another gal that I got to meet, and she's on Instagram as Curling Girl Becca. So if you want to check her out, it's there.
So she's curling.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Becca Wood.
Someone mentioned that I should
Break.
watch Becca Wood curl.
Sounds like she might be coming to the Twin Cities to come have some fun with us and live in the area here.
Oh.
Be great to have her, as we always like.
Yeah, that's just what we need is more curlers.
Good people and good curlers, absolutely.
He said that when they knocked it in.
I think we're probably getting the limit of the number of curlers we have. I think we should start kicking people out.
Yep.
What if you
Or just open up more clubs, which is happening.
We could do that. Yeah,
We have Dakota that opened up
St. Mary's.
a couple years ago, and we have Richfield now
are you allowed to
with a club.
lighter ball?
Yeah. Where's the St. Mary's one that's out east?
Don't know.
Yeah, I can't
News to
remember.
me.
Pete Westberg is.
But I think it's in, and I'm going to take it out. And he says, no, it's not in. And then you go and take it out.
You just keep talking.
You got
until you
Andy and Brent in the back there talking about some strategy as we have Roush drawing in behind their corner guard there. They have one sitting in the house currently. Looks like they are the scoring stone.
It's the St. Croix Curling Club.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's at like the arena is like St. Mary's Ice
What
House
do you
or
like
something
here?
like that.
That's Wisconsin,
Yeah,
right?
sit there.
I think it's on the border.
St. Croix, Wisconsin.
We got to play this in.
All
Let's
right,
do
now
this
we
one.
have some stones in the house again over here on sheet 5, Chris, and looks like Andy is calling to do a takeout on that number 1 stone there.
Well, maybe this would be a good opportunity to double my bet.
Mine's good.
Oh, maybe not.
That's fine. It's got room. See? Nope. Don't touch. We're good.
Coming in real nice. Going to get a rollover
All right,
too.
Brett.
Not buried, though.
Yeah, it's just out.
Which now these guys will have a chance to hit on
I
that
opened your
and
broom
get
up a little
buried
bit.
behind that
Think you want
red that's sitting full 12.
Yep.
Sit 2 again. Looks like he's actually calling for it to draw in versus the hit. Maybe just a little bump back, but it looks like he's calling for him to sit on it.
Yeah, then I think he'll be sitting 2.
Right, he's out there in the weeds though. He's almost on the sideline.
Yeah. Well, I think this side seems to be moving a little bit more. No, it's got nice weight. It is starting to move
it
though.
is
Hopefully it
hooking
won't
up.
hit that. Oh, it's going to be close. Nope. Yep. Just going to tap that over.
Oh, yep, definitely crashed on that. You're right, that side is moving. I don't know if he was a little narrow in that shot or not, but
In St. Paul, the foundation is slowly settling, so
Like
everything
it?
kind of leans to the left. The ice is crooked.
I just worry about running
Not really.
straight back.
Ice is flat.
yep. For what I know, water always finds its level, right?
Yeah, but if the ice were, let's say if it was really moving, it froze and then it moved, then it could be crooked.
Fact.
That might be a nice feature, actually. Like a
Little
line.
extra curling.
yeah,
You get,
a little
you get the negative curl.
yeah.
Uh-oh. Yep. Yep. Uh-oh.
And
Crap.
calling
Whoa,
hard, saying uh-oh as they are going to
Gonna
crash
jam.
on there, and it did
Yep.
jam. And now Roush is sitting in a real good spot as they are deadlocked behind
Little flip.
that red on the top 12 there.
Yep.
And it looks like he's going to call to draw between the ports of the 2 red to be sitting 3.
Yeah, it's nice to take advantage of those. Take advantage of those red rocks up in the red.
It's always a tug of war in my head sometimes with that.
Yeah.
You know, using the other team's guard, I always think about their run backs. You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
But they got to make the shot too, right?
But and when you're way down, you got to do something.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
you can't set up to score 1.
And you can't pile them together to
Yeah.
give them opportunities to double and triple yell.
Oh, it's a
either.
very nice draw.
Very, very nice. Look at that baby coming. Oh, it did
It
stop
did.
on a dime
Yep.
though.
Yeah.
They tried hammering away with 3 brooms, but they couldn't get it hidden back there. And looks like they were going to have a chance to hit at it and roll
like
back
hitting
themselves. which they have a little bit of a backboard there with Roush's
Hoping.
I mean, there is,
scoring stone
There is this across.
Yeah.
Let's try that first.
being behind the tee line.
So do you think that Andy's calling to run back his red?
I don't know, guys.
I don't know. He said he doesn't know either.
With that ice, he could do either one, right?
Hit thin and run across.
Let's listen.
I mean, it's a Hail Mary. We could, but well, we're hitting the right yellow on the inside and shooting across. So we have if we catch it really thin, we might get the button, but a nice rock gets that 12.
So I don't know if he's saying he's going to try and hit it hard enough where he's going to get a roll long enough to tap that
No, not too much, no.
yellow that's over there biting on the 8-foot on the left-hand side.
Well, he did say something about
Just go normal.
if he hits it right, he can hit the button. So
We can catch it fat. It's not going to be a problem if we catch it fat.
Yeah, catching it fat, he can roll over. Thin, he was talking about they would knock it out and then roll back into the button there. The sweepers are on it right now.
Hard!
They're hammering.
Hard!
Sweep.
Hard! Hard!
Sweep.
He's catching it pretty thick, about a third of the stone, and
Wow.
rolls over.
Okay.
it's a pretty nice shot.
There's stuff that.
Nice shot,
Go
but
wrong
it
there.
also now is wide open. And
there's stuff that go
Roush can
wrong
come
there.
down now and hit that one straight through and roll behind himself to be sitting 3 again. And 2 would be guarded if he can get a good enough roll behind that red.
It does, though, set up the running that red straight back.
Whoopsie daisy.
We're about to have a big, some sort of.
Hoo-ah.
Oh, maybe that was his food. I thought it was some sort of.
Well, we are going to have the
An
raffle
announcement.
going on here pretty soon. Oh, that was the dinner bell that they had. My goodness, it is a feast over there. I haven't turned around since I've been up here talking, and we got a bunch of people up here having a good time.
He's on the back. He's on the broom. Oh boy.
So that rock is really moving.
Yep. And he does get
He
the
gets
hit.
it in there.
Does
Can
the
they get
same-
it underneath?
No, does the same thing that Andy did. He got the hit, but rolls over too much, leaves himself exposed.
Yeah. So now I suppose Andy's tempted to try to double those out.
Inside hit here.
Do the same thing. We have
I would think you just want to come down to it and limit the damage.
2, 3.
But I guess if you're up,
Yeah,
you
if
could be
we give
risky.
up 3, it's not the end of the world.
Interesting call over here on sheet 6. We got Jason
I
Smith
mean, we could do this too.
in the hack right
but
now with the skip
then we could
stone.
give up 4.
Would you
Oh,
rather
Becca
drive
Wood is in
and
the,
use this to roll
house.
under?
Well,
Yeah,
let's just- let's do
Brad
that
Caldwell
same
had a
line.
really, really nice draw around there, tapping Smitty's stone back. And I think Smitty's going to try and do the same here.
Do that same line, catch it, hopefully fall right on top.
Actually, looks like he's coming with a control weight
Worst
to
case, we'll
actually
give up 3.
take it out, but comes a little too hot, doesn't get enough curl, and Caldwell scores 1. So now we have Clausen and Caldwell in a tie game. So we got a tight game over here.
Height. Tense. T-E-N-T-S. All right, so this should be an interesting, interesting rock.
Nope. Whoa! Whoa!
Off.
Yes! Whoa!
Off. Off.
Nice. Gets the double,
Good
sorta.
shot, Andy.
Nope, didn't get it.
Oh,
That,
but they are only sitting 1 now. I think.
that was looking, though. If he came a little bit hotter, he
one.
could have had the round the horn triple.
Yeah, they can only
Well, you always think when the skip and the third are giving conflicting, like that can be a really good sign.
Yep, nope, yep, nope,
Yep.
nope.
Can
yep.
also be a really bad sign.
right? This is outbeating. Should have kept it thinner.
They're sitting one, but we have two.
So, Chris, I had one of my friends text me here to ask me how can they listen?
Yeah.
How can they listen in to hear us today?
If you go to Tiny, well, first off, the people that are already listening know this. Tiny.cc, or, yeah, is it tiny.cc / Big Spiel?
That's a draw.
Yeah, tiny.cc / Big Spiel.
Pretty good.
www in front of there, of course, right?
You don't need the www, actually.
All right. We'll let them know.
Yeah, I always find it's kind of hard to figure out. It's always not the easiest thing. Unless people are experienced finding web streams, then it's easy.
Yep, two.
But when somebody just walks up to you and says, oh, where do I get to it? I just find it's hard.
Not sure what happened down there in regards to score, but they will hang it up here shortly. Looks like yellow did score, and they got 2. So now we have a score of 7-3 with Hovland in the lead as we are coming into the 6th end, coming back towards us.
Them getting points was all my jam, I think.
Looks like Caldwell did get that last point, and so they're tied 4 apiece,
Too legit to quit.
Yep, we got a tight one over there.
which is nice.
Guys gonna be working hard.
Want to
See
see
if Orvik is down there watching them guys play.
No, they're over there drinking beer.
We call that recharging the batteries
Yep.
in the curling world.
Yep. Yeah, you remember, like, it used to be like batteries. I don't know if that's still true. But you had to, like, re-put in water in the battery, like in the chambers of, like,
Car batteries,
Car
yeah.
batteries,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
you still have to do that?
No.
Yeah, they're all.
I think you can.
Yeah. But it seems like now when battery dies, you just go get a new battery.
That's the world we live in, my
But
friend.
in the kid, I used to remember you had to put water in them or something in them.
So we have a great center guard here in front of the house for Team
of room.
Roush. And we have
Come on, more.
Andy coming over here, calling for a corner guard. And it looks like it's going to be hot. It's going to get in the house here and possibly even through.
Okay.
Not sure why he's not sweeping that out. That's interesting.
I said 8, and it listened.
Maybe he wants that stone back there as a backboard for later in the game.
Maybe he didn't think about it.
That's possible as well. We are all perfectly imperfect, right?
Well, Andy's pretty perfect. I don't know if that's true, but he's got short hair. Anybody with short hair typically is perfect.
Right on. Go Gusties.
What does it mean if you have no hair like me?
You right here?
I'm in trouble.
Practically perfect.
Practically perfect.
Practically.
I like to say I'm streamlined. I'm naturally streamlined.
You know, the thing that you can't experience that I can experience with my
Shampoo?
long flowing hair. Well, that's one thing. That is one thing. But when you deliver a rock and your hair gets up in the, and there's a little bit of sweat, so you feel refreshed
Oh,
and your
man.
hair is working.
You just
There's
gave me a great visual.
There's nothing like that. It's the best.
I want to see you in a commercial now for like Head and Shoulders, delivering a stone, and that golden mane of yours just
Yeah.
flowing behind.
Yeah. With the little bits of dandruff flying. That could actually be a good thing for slowing down a stone.
Yeah, I was
if
going to
you had
say that's your
dandruff.
secret weapon. You just
Yeah.
gave it up,
Every
man.
bit, come on.
Oh, he's going to come down to it? Or?
Yeah, he's just going to come down right to his own stone.
Okay, look up. Look up.
I think you want to stay above the tee line just to kind of take away the the draw for Roush.
Nice sweep, guys.
So he's sitting full 12 foot. Just about a foot in. Right-hand side of the house. Now we have Roush calling for a draw on the other side. Now, this is that same side that they have that lane in where they're not getting a lot of curl.
Yeah, they had a lot of problems trying to get in there last hand.
I was like, are you a drummer?
Are you a drummer? I don't know what that conversation was. Oh, he's calling for the sweep hard, as it is now connecting up on this side,
that
and they
ripper
are
toss.
crashing.
You're on tonight.
Unfortunately, crashed their guard.
Start getting rid of stuff. Start with that one.
Yeah.
Come this way.
Andy's calling now to get rid of
Which one?
Roush's guards up here on the center line. Gonna peel them out of there. Wants to clean up the house so they don't have anything to hide behind.
Yep.
Probably always a good call when you're up by handful.
Yep,
Okay,
you got to keep
we're
it
good.
clean.
Nice rock.
Many teams, including myself, has gotten myself into trouble when you're up and you have too many things going on in front of the house.
Yeah, it might have been like you might have been like, oh, I can just draw underneath there.
Absolutely.
No.
You come up short, now there's another guard sitting there, and
Yep.
they can come around then and be sitting button. Now the whole end has changed on you.
Now David's weight.
These guys are just having a problem. They cannot figure out this side of the sheet. Last time coming this way, everybody was bringing it too far, and it wasn't
think it'll
curling, and
jam.
now it's connecting up, and
It
it's
won't
just
jam,
curling
will it?
too
Same
much.
turn. It might. Fine.
Crashed their guards twice now.
Yep. Catch right here.
And he's
Same
calling
line.
for the peel to get rid of both of those yellow guards.
Yeah, a little bit up. Little up.
Oh, nice hit over there with
Little up.
Becca Wood. Had a double run back there to clear out two of Caldwell's
That's
guards
fine.
up there. They were sitting in a
Just
straight
fine.
line there, one on top of one another.
You got one of the two. Kind of came over a little bit too much. That one almost seemed like you have to hit it right on the nose and drive it straight back. Get both of those. Someone's talking about losing a wallet, and this morning I couldn't find my wallet, and I thought I left. Last thing I do is remember buying a beer here last night, and I thought, great, I left my wallet at the curling club,
I think it is.
but I didn't.
There's worse places you could leave it.
I'm with
No,
An-
yeah,
I'm with
people
Andy
here
on
would
that one.
probably be okay.
Fine, you get it. Oh,
So Joey
just like
tried to draw under.
the sweep yesterday.
Looks like his weight's pretty
2
good.
versus 2.
Where are we getting that commentary from? Who is that?
Brett Gate.
Oh yeah, that's
Nice
That's
shot.
nobody on the ice.
yeah, that's Brent
We're
Magnuson,
running that.
Oh, yeah.
the third on
Yep.
Andy's team.
Gotcha.
Here we go.
Yeah, we should just
Oh,
leave a.
okay.
Like I thought we could, give a mic to Skip Barker there and listen to his conversations as he walks around the house.
Well, we have
Good.
Brent coming down here,
Good.
trying to peel out that other guard
Good.
again. And he's successful with that. Nice peel. gets rid of their own
Andy
stone.
got a
along
good,
theirs.
good timing on that for.
So now we have Coach Joey Beta down there in the hack, waiting for the call from Herman as he's contemplating what he should do here.
Thanks.
And it looks like he is calling to get a little bit of a bump back.
All right. Yeah.
Calling for about back 12 weight here, and he's going to try popping that 5 stone back into the 4 foot while keeping it guarded.
They're gonna run
I was
out of
thinking, like,
places
if you
here.
try to double out these 2 on the right and leave your shooter, then you're sitting 2. This way, you're only going to get, well, I suppose this is kind of protected then.
Yeah, and that way they would probably only be able to get 2 if they played that hit game. So I think they're trying to just.
Nice.
But in this case, they're gonna if they hit it.
Ooh, they are coming a little hot. Going to be exposed back here now too. So that's going to leave it wide open for a hit. That's the danger on that call.
But if he came straight back and he was sitting 1 with the 1 high, he'd only be scoring sitting 1.
Right.
And then they would just take him out. Well,
Then you go for the double
it's
later.
probably a different. It's probably a pretty desperate spot either way.
Nope. Nothing.
And he's calling for the takeout here,
It's gonna be
and
fine.
Nothing.
Brent
It's
delivers.
gonna be fine.
Yep.
Looks like he's coming in
never mind.
nice.
I was just gonna roll it over. You missed it. That's fine.
Wanted the roll, but called a little late on the sweep, and so they hit on the nose and sit there themselves.
Yeah, I caught that.
But
earlier.
sitting well, there's
Roll
really no
over.
double there.
Yeah,
Right.
it's fine.
But it'd be nice if you could hit and roll underneath your guard.
They're
Yeah, it looks like they're
top.
contemplating to sit on it right now, which isn't a bad call. And they can come back down and hit later. So,
Got to be kind of nice to have your coach out there.
absolutely.
All right, good enough.
Coach would have just put me in.
Yeah.
I've gone pro. Probably soaking up right now in a hot tub with my soulmate. For all of you Napoleon Dynamite fans out there.
I knew that came from something. I just watched Napoleon Dynamite. It's a good movie.
It's a good one. It's a classic. Instant classic it was. Give a little shout out to some of our sponsors here for the big spiel. As I said before, my goodness, you cannot put on a 96 team event without great sponsors and great volunteers. So we got to give a shout out to General Mills for all those delicious snacks that they had. Fast Mary's for that Bloody Mary enhancing deliciousness. Also Rapid Printing for all of our programs, our draw boards, our humongous draw boards, as a matter of fact. Terrapin Curling, Fitness First out of Chaska, Smart Broom, Phillips Distilling, Her Spirit Vodka, which we are able to enjoy here, a little Bloody Mary, delicious vodka, along with Fitzgerald's on Cathedral Hill, and Firehouse Grill, Sticks and
Draw
Stones,
behind their guard.
Crooked Pint down in Chaska, the Corner Bar and Red Cow, and of course the Happy Gnome right here in beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota.
So they're going to draw underneath if they can get it past their guard. It is moving. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to tick off of that.
Out of it.
Well, it's curling. They just did not have enough weight.
Yeah.
And same problems they had on the other side of the sheet. They just ticked their own stone.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Now I noticed that when you went through that you just went
The only
right
reason why
past
not,
Terrapin
I guess,
curling.
I
You
did.
didn't talk a lot about Terrapin curling.
Shame on me. I've got to thank Terrapin Curling.
No, you said it.
I used my bad eye.
But then you went through all the other ones and you gave some commentary about the booze vendors, the beer vendors. What do you think about Terrapin curling?
I think they're tearing a pin it up.
Dump it in. They got their guys.
They're tearing it
What
up.
do you think?
Yeah.
Dump it in. They got their raises, but so what?
He said he's got their raisins.
Mark always asked me. He said, "Oh, what do you have a logo for the streaming stuff?" And I'm like, I don't know. We just do it for the club. But Adam and I decided that we'll call it Terrapin Curling. So if you ever see Terrapin Curling, it has to do with our streaming ventures.
That's
and-
you?
Yeah. Well, Terrapin
Wait, only
Technologies
line
is my
good.
company, but
Yeah.
Terrapin
Yep,
curling.
Yep.
Sweep. It's gonna break hard.
Oh, my board crashed.
Okay, line's good. Yep. Hey!
Max,
So it
Max.
could be the
Oh my gosh, crap.
TCT,
Whoa!
Terrapin
whoa!
Curling Technologies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, the Terrapin Technologies part doesn't really do much as
Yeah.
far as curling goes.
That took off.
Well, I got to say, they're probably the best sponsor we have.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
We couldn't do anything without them. I mean, they are the foundation of what we here call the big spiel.
Yeah, the internet wouldn't work without Terrapin curling.
I think it's called the internets.
Yeah. Oh, so they're trying to figure out, can they get two? It'd probably be hard to get two without, well.
Smitty up in arms over there as he flashed one. Not sure what happened there. He's going for the hit. I don't know if it hooked up, but I think they're talking about they shouldn't have swept it, so it could have kissed off that other one for plan B, but it is what it is, and Clausen's team has 1 point with a real tight game over here on sheet 6, being 5-4 with Clausen in the lead, giving Caldwell the hammer back.
There's always something, though, about, there's a debate about coming down, like being down one with the hammer versus up one without the hammer. And I think the down one with the hammer is a preferable spot.
I agree.
So,
yeah, there's a lot of strategy that comes in that as well. You know, you can put it in the house and play a hit game, make them only go for one, which I think Smitty wanted these guys to do, and he's got these sweepers working real hard just to get it in there. But we have the corner guard here now.
so Herman's rock. They talked a lot about raising one of these top two underneath.
Looks like they're stuck in the middle of the two, unfortunately. But it's coming over just enough. And, oh, it's not. Same problems, just ticking on the stone, not getting in the right spot, and tapped it back. Took away one of their reds, but they decided to go ahead and shake.
I would have made him throw the last one because he might have ruined the whole thing. All right, so we have one last game going on sheet 6, and it's a good one.
We have Team Roush and Hovland is now finalized, and we had Hovland scored one more on that. Didn't throw their last stone. They all shook, so ending score would be 8-3.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works because he was sitting, you know, a couple, but, yeah. I think that they just kind of like put an X and they're like, shake.
Technically, for curling zone, you would put the one more up. They would succeed that stone, so.
You just put one?
Yeah, because they just had the one red there.
So that's probably like if you're getting killed, you know, it might not be worth it to play another end because you might just say, like, I'll concede with a 0.
Yeah. So over here on our game here on Game 6, our semifinal in the first event, we have Chase Ebling in the hack, and he is throwing into a house where Team Clausen has a red corner guard, and they have a stone just above T-line, about 3/4 of the way buried.
Yeah, yellow had one right there, and they came underneath the guard and popped it out. It was a beautiful shot.
Got Eric Quistgard here hammering away as the stone's coming in, looking like a pretty nice shot. Bumps it back, leaves it open though. I think they want to come in a little bit more to stay hidden behind, but looks like Smitty's going to be able to get a hit. He's going for the hit and roll over to the other side of the house to split the house up. Calling for weight is up. And they jump on that stone as it looks like it lost handle a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like a soft handle, and it's now reversing.
Oh, reverse handle.
It reversed on him. That's unfortunate. I don't know if it was a pick or if it was just a soft handle.
That could be one of those lupus cards. Play this card and your handle will reverse. So it looks like Caldwell's going to try to come down to the underneath that guard again. Maybe pop his yellow straight back. Looks pretty nice. Nope. Kind of looks like red's scoring. I can't quite tell from my angle. Looks like Jason Smith isn't quite sure either. But they're going to get rid of that yellow nonetheless. Sweepers are on it. Oh, now called off. Looks like a little bit to the right. Pretty nice, straight. Now Caldwell skips, checking out who's scoring. I always like that call, hit and roll. I don't really care either way. Or maybe he's thinking about it. Got the single sweeper, just gets the edge, takes out their own in the back, however. So now two, red is sitting two in the back of the house. Looks like John Solom won over on sheet one for all those tech people that care about those things. Andy's coming up, giving me his microphone.
Is that what he was taking out of his pants?
Yeah, I'm not sure why it was in his pants.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. Well, you went there just for the record.
I'll only call it how I see it, Chris.
Uh-huh.
Just like this year, we have Smitty contemplating what he wants to do here as we have Becca Wood in the hack, asking her which way she wants to come in.
Yeah, he's going to take out his own guard. Guess he doesn't want to give them anything to hide behind.
Absolutely not. Just like we were talking about earlier. Nice delivery.
Oh, they have chili dogs
coming. Unfortunately, we're kind of off this sheet here, so we can't see how it's looking, but it's a successful hit, and she spills out and takes care of that guard there. So now Brad's got a decision here. Looks like he's going to try and draw down and sit on that 4 stone.
So this team curls out of Chaska?
That's correct.
So you know them?
Yes, I do. Brad has a team on Monday night along with Sean. They're on separate teams. And Sean coming out of the hack and got Chase and Eric calling off Brad, letting him know it's hot. It's really connecting up though. That handle started to turn.
Started to move.
Looks like it's gonna come over a little too much there. Pushes Smitty together there. So Smitty's sitting good as that looks like that will now be a jam. There's nothing that they can do with getting that out of there. See what he does here. Looks like he's calling for the hit on that Yellowstone just to get it out of there and roll over.
Yeah, I was thinking either that or just get rid of all of that stuff as much as you can. But sitting on it also would have worked. Oh, he's got the sweepers on it.
Yeah, I think he prefers the hit to keep it clean.
Yep.
Nothing in there. You do the draw and you come up short. Great hit.
Very nice.
Does a job.
Lines
Great
them up
job.
too. Those two are stuck in the back.
Yep. Beck had a great shot there. She had a peel. And now a takeout here. They're sitting 3. Brad contemplating what his next move is going to be, and looks like he's going to try sitting on that 6 stone now, which is just behind the tee line, full 8 foot, a couple inches away from the 4 foot there. While we're waiting on that, give another shout out to some of our sponsors here for the Big Spiel. Couldn't do it without them, as a matter of fact. Omni Brewing, Excelsior Brewing, Utipulse, along with St. Paul's Flat Earth, Prize Brewing, Cigar City Brewing, good old Bent Paddle up there in Duluth, and Sisyphus Brewing.
Sisyphus, Sisyphus, Sisyphus.
Sisyphus. You have to say it fast, though. You're saying it. You're saying it with a little.
Sisyphus, Sisyphus, Sisyphus.
Yeah, it's impossible. Here we have Sean coming down here with his 2nd stone. This one looks like it has a little bit better of a line. Oh, coming in a little bit high. Rolling in behind the tee line on the button there. And this, of course, is going to be a takeout here. Smitty's going to have to get that yellow out of there, as yellow's now sitting 1. He's talking about getting a hit off nose on the high side and rolling over, which which is interesting because you know, if you hit a little bit too high, now you have a jam aspect there too, back there. But
well, this would be another opportunity for the lupus card.
Right.
I've lost a lot of games, but I've also lost games where I've been in this situation like this, and I would never put that much thought into this. I would have just taken it out, and that's probably why.
There's a reason why he's been in the Olympics.
Yeah. You might hear in the background we've got a really loud.
Well, of course, it's Barker.
Yeah.
And get it to those folks. Otherwise, we're going to throw the ticket on the floor and keep drawing. So, a little after 12, grab something to eat.
Smitty comes out on his delivery. Doesn't come with anything too hot. Looks like a nice controlled, normal weight takeout here.
Yeah.
Nice rotation.
Looks like he's trying to hit it on this side.
Yeah, good line.
It's going to be straight.
Looks like it's going to be right on the nose. Oh, nope, just off nose, and he rolls over, leaving a big pile of reds for Team Caldwell to deal with here. Brad's got to try and get something to stick there, sit on there, so Smitty has a hard time getting out of there to give him a chance for 2 here for the win. If not, and they leave themselves open, looks like it had then become a hit or a draw for a tie, in which case they would have a full end to play, being Championship Sunday. It's always fun seeing a full end in the event of a tie.
Sometimes, though, an extra end isn't fun to see.
In the event of a tie?
When you're playing.
I like it. When you're playing, no.
I
would rather win and be off the ice.
I've shook on a tie because I was just like, but that's league. I'm not super competitive. And
shake on a tie? Why wouldn't you just throw skip stones?
Huh, because I'm like, yeah, you guys deserve
Or
it
flip
more.
a coin.
You look better.
Or
better style.
Or who can chug the beer the fastest.
Well, that's a worthy goal. Yeah.
A lot of discussion going on here. This is definitely a big game time decision here as they've made up their mind, and Brad is making his way down to the hack. Broom that they're holding looks like a draw broom, but I highly doubt that they'd be drawing to the button right now. So I'm guessing Brad's going to be going for a hit.
Yeah, it looks like he wanted it just on the inside on the. They want it to be shot stone.
Yeah. I'm not sure what he's going to hit. If he's going to be, I would assume he's going to hit the 7 stone on the nose. Clear a couple of those reds out of there. We'll see. Stone's delivered. We have Sean calling for the sweep for line. Eric's hammering that stone. And looks like he's gonna be a little high, leaving himself wide open there for a takeout. Smitty's got to hit this one here, giving them the hammerstone left here.
Yeah, it could be set up where they have to. Well, I guess they could if depending on where they end up after this takeout. I guess they could hit whatever the scoring stone is and hit and stick. But it could be one of those things where you have to draw to the 4-foot and we could watch it sail through or not make it.
I think Jason's going to want to do that, and it looks like that's the call. He wants a hit and a roll over, so he leaves the 4-foot wide open, so there's nothing for them to come back on as a backboard. In the 4-foot anyways. Of course, there's the stones over here on the left-hand side of the house.
Yeah.
Jason gets down the hack, gets that stone cleaned off on his delivery. Nice and clean. Sweepers are waiting for the call.
It's starting to move there.
Yeah, keeping the ice clean, making sure nothing picks. And looks like he's going to get almost exactly what he wants, except he didn't get the roll that he wanted. Now he's sitting just off the button. And now Brad has to just hit.
Hit and stick.
And we are going to be going into an extra end for the first time here on Championship Sunday.
Well, if he hits it, you got to wait till he hits it before we can make that call.
That's why I said it looks like we will. Not a guarantee.
This would be where we could put. I think you owe me about $300,000 now. So, you think he's going to hit it? I think
close.
he's going to. I think he's not going to be scoring here. So then, that's a double or nothing.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to hit it wide and he's going to roll.
We'll see.
I hope
happens.
not, for their sake.
Nothing's guaranteed. That's for sure. Brad's coming out, looking good. Nice delivery.
That's a little wide.
Got communication right away.
Yeah. Yeah, there it moves on.
Oh, yeah, that thing really caught there and got the hit.
Well.
Just off the nose.
Well, it looks like I forgive you that
Called ball,
$300,000. You were right. We're going into an extra end.
Extra end here, Championship Sunday. Yep, they're confirming what it is.
I have no idea. Hey, Mark.
We want to know if they should push them back and throw it this way.
I just yelled into the mic.
They're going to push the stones back, and they're going to come back to the club.
And they do that only for the stream.
Right.
That's not true. Has nothing to do
They
with
don't-
the stream. They don't give anything. So, Jason, have you been working this event or volunteering or doing whatever you do on the event for all 5 years?
No. I've only been on the committee for 3 years. My first year was the second time that they had it at Chaska. So, working over there with Ike in the office there, Jeff Isaacson.
Yeah, he was over here yesterday. He stopped by.
For all of you out there listening that may have not been able to get to Chaska at all yet, it's an absolutely beautiful facility connected to a park.
It's
as
the
well
Taj
as the
Mahal of curling. I think it's just gorgeous. Although you did say you did say in your Facebook Live thing while you were in that tiny little Chaska warming room, Players Lounge, you said, "This is the best club in the cities," or something like that. You're like, giving it up for the best club in the city, and then everybody was like, "Yeah," except some people were like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah.
I think every club is great in their own way.
Absolutely.
Chaska is. I've never curled there, but it's a stunning facility, and the grounds are stunning.
Yeah, every club has their own culture, has their little things that just make it unique. And Chaska's definitely got that awe-inspiring beauty to it. The structure is incredible. The wood that they've used. The Fire and Ice Tournament is a wonderful city event there. And it looks like we got this game kicked off here. They're
doing the tick. Missed.
Yep, missed the tick, and we have Caldwell sitting center line about midway in the guard zone there. And we have Chase getting into the hack here. They're discussing what they're going to do. On his delivery. Not sure what they want here.
Smitty scored
Looks
one
like he's coming around. Looks like he's coming around, but it is just going to bump, so they're going to have two guards sitting there side by side up there halfway through the guard zone.
Now, if they could hit that, would that be called a pair of pants? I mean, they can't,
that would,
right?
That would be.
I've got a new name for that.
Is that bowling?
No, it's a pair of pants, a curling term. You hit, Schuster always calls it, he goes, "Yeah, I got to hit it right in the crotch." That's what he'll say.
Oh, right.
Pair of pants. But I'd call that con huevos. It's my new term for that. You ever heard that term, con huevos?
No, but I definitely need a description of that.
It means with eggs. But it's got a double meaning in Spanish. I don't know if it's in Spanish proper or just Latin American Spanish, but it means like with balls. So, con huevos.
Yowza.
Yep.
Los huevos. Looks like we had a tick call again, and this time it was a successful one. Now we have a couple corner guards up here for Smitty, opening up that center. As that's what they want to do as they have the hammer. So now we have the two-stone red on the left side corner guard and the yellow stone, which looks like they threw the 7 and 8. They must be switching up stones. They must not like the way that they curl for one another, so they switched them up. And we got Eric Quistguard as he's throwing second here, and he is putting up a guard.
High guard.
Very high guard. Smitty's got a lot of room to come around.
Yep.
And that is quite the lineup there. So he is going to ask his second to now peel that one out of there, asking for some weight.
Yeah, see, I'd be really tempted to draw down, but you'd probably get in trouble. Might as well leave that to the end.
Yep. And looks like a successful hit here.
Ooh, almost a double.
Yep. Nice shot. Scary part there is if you don't clear that stone, you end up ticking theirs and pushing them in the house. But no need to worry, as he was successful with his shot there.
Oh, we need to flip the camera. Yeah, I'll take care of it. 1 second.
Eric on his second delivery here. Sweepers giving communication that it's hot. And it looks like this one is possibly going through the house, but it looks like he's going to stick around. Yep, he's back there. He's sticking around in the 12-foot. See what Smitty does here.
So Smitty's going to continue peeling guards, keeping the center open so he can come in.
Well, he did it before. Let's see if he can do it again. Coming the opposite way. Interesting. They jumped on it right away. It looks like it had a soft handle, so it's really hooking up and
replace the back in the house one.
Basically runs that guard back, replacing the yellow guard with the red guard and running that yellow back into the yellow, replacing that stone as well. My goodness, Chris, have you seen the food that's coming around here? Oh my goodness.
No, it's got Nanaimo bars. I love Nanaimo bars.
Conies, there is salads, there's soup, there's desserts. The food is abundant and the drinks are flowing here in St. Paul, Minnesota. If you're listening to us and you're pretty close, I recommend coming on down. There's going to be a lot of good games here today. Of course, the camaraderie is always a delight here at St. Paul.
So it looks like Sean's trying. Is that Sean, right?
Yep.
He's trying to replace the guard.
Yep, he's coming up here and looks like
maybe he can get a little kiss off that and roll to the.
Oh, looked like they're actually trying to get around it. Couldn't get around it, so now they are sitting a center guard as they tick off the red, which is good for Smitty. It opens up that middle again a little bit more with his stone there, and they can peel this one out of here again. So now we have curling girl Becca coming out of the hack. She's coming out with peel weight. And coming across that center line here. Smitty has him jumping on that stone.
Oh, and they get a nice roll.
Yep, makes the hit, gets a nice roll.
Keep it open.
Center wide open. Yep, you're right.
I'll continue to work on plugging up that center gap. We have somebody who's eating a naked hot dog, not a corn dog.
You know, Dolan likes eating naked hot dogs.
Yeah.
I've seen him put many of those in his mouth before.
God, you just take it there. It's impressive.
You know, the funny thing is he eats it in one bite, too. It's quite the sight.
Yeah. That white enriched bun.
We are coming down to the final 5 stones of this semifinal game here in a very tight game.
That eases in as a.
We are in the extra ends here. We're in the 9th end. And we have Clausen, 3rd, Becca Wood getting into the hack as Smitty is contemplating what their move is going to be here.
Yeah, it certainly isn't how it lined up. There isn't like an easy, obvious for me. I guess I would come over to the right.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can do is draw behind right now.
Yeah.
You have the backboard there in case you come a little bit heavy. But you don't want to be, of course, you want to be above that tee line.
And he's talking about coming down, hitting that.
Well, they do have hammers, so that actually isn't a bad thing if you come down, hit that, and stay. Keeping that center wide open just so you don't give Caldwell the ability to hide behind anything. So that's what they're going for. They're going for the hit in the back of the house. Beckett coming out. Nice delivery.
That's starting to come across the center line.
Yeah, a little less
Sweepers
handle
are on
maybe
it.
than she wanted. It's catching,
I
but
think it'll be fine.
Yeah, real nice. Right
Lined
on the
up.
nose. Just what they wanted.
Expert calling.
How's it going to work?
Low 5 on the way down.
Teamwork to make the dream work, baby.
Yeah. Well, that's nice that that's the sitting shot stone.
So now we have.
There's way too much stuff up front. If I'm Smitty right now, I'd be like, I'd be unhappy about all that. Allows them to sneak in there and get a inaccessible shot.
Well, when life brings you lemons, you got to make lemonade.
Or limoncello.
Or limoncello. If life gives you lemons, you make limoncello. Mr. Mark Wilmert's infamous limoncello.
So Mark, he texted me a picture of a Santa Claus sometime, and I was like out of the blue, like I hadn't talked to him probably in 3 months. Yeah, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And I was like, this is weird. So I sent him a picture of my Santa Claus, and then I figured out I sent him a Christmas card, and that was what. Yeah. But I was like out of the blue.
You have your own Santa Claus?
Oh yeah, yeah, dances too.
So we have Brad delivering his first.
Yeah, it looks a little light.
Stone.
They got to sweep that.
It is light, and they're hammering away, trying to drag it as far as possible. Not going to get it where they wanted it to go. And now decision time for Smitty. See what he's going to do here.
He should do that same shot.
Yeah, I think you come right behind. Same shot.
Although, if you do that shot, then you have a chance of having that exposed, and then they could hit it. Why wouldn't you? You could just do a high,
Yeah.
keep it in the 12-foot.
Yeah, you don't have to do that shot.
What kind of reference do they call that when you make everything slightly vulgar? Not like a frame of reference. You're always able to bring it to the lower level. You seem to always have microphones in your pants. He's got the naked hot dog. There's some sort of undercurrent about what that means.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Smutty, maybe.
I'd like to say
creatively.
It's my 14-year-old self coming out.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Juvenile. High school.
It brings the kid out in all of us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a curl tonight at 9. Looking forward to that.
Smitty's coming down. Looks like the need to hammer on it here. He's yelling at him.
It seems like
looks
it's
like
got
he might
enough
have the
weight.
same shot as Brad's. It's coming down, but it looks like they're carrying it. Looks like they're carrying it.
God, if you could just get it in over, yeah, nice shot.
That's not bad at all. But it does give Brad now the ability to come behind it too. So,
yep.
I think Jason probably would have liked it back a little bit further, tucked away. But they took that rock as far as they could. They hammered that broom. Our wonderful friends from Denver, Colorado. Got Mr. Skip Barker right next to me here. How you doing, Skip?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Jason?
Wonderful, man.
Just about over here, but still got a chance at it.
Are you guys in it?
We are out. We lost in the 10th event, but it was a good time. Used our mulligans, but wasn't enough.
Ouch.
Yeah, I really want to know how those mulligans work when you're trying to not score.
Yeah, what's your favorite mulligan?
I think the one I like the most is the prove it, because usually the look on the person's face when the skip pulls that out and they just throw it is like, God, I forgot those
You make
exist.
that glorious shot. Now you got to do it again.
But if you do it again, you feel really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said do as well.
People do it again. They do it all the time.
Yeah. Well, usually, like, if you just threw the shot and they're like, oh, do that again, you're like,
I usually
okay.
do it every day.
Yeah.
Looks like Brad is got these guys hammering just for line. Looks like he's going to tick it and just not going to do it. And that's going to be the game. Real tight game. Hard-fought battle between these guys.
All right. So the finals are Orvik versus Clausen.
Yep.
Should be good. We'll see you back at, is it 1:30?
Well, and that's who they are. I can't remember their first names. I gotta go apologize to them.
Oh,
and give
well,
a big squeeze.
Here, we can just look in here.
There we go. What are we thinking?
Yeah.
We weren't. That's what. All right. These
Or not.
guys came out of Denver, which
There's a lot of Denver. They don't have them grouped. Oh, here, Hunter Clausen, Becca Wood, Mark Blanton, Jennifer Niels, and Jason Smith.
So Jennifer Niels.
So wait a minute.
Jennifer
That's
Niels.
not Hunter Clausen. He's not down there, is he? Hunter Clausen plays on Burr's team, right?
So we have Mark Blanton and Jennifer Niels.
All right. All
Well,
right, great time,
congratulations
everybody.
To Team Clausen
Yeah.
on Team Orvik as
Yep.
they are now making it into the finals. That's going to be a fun one to watch.
It's at 1:30, right?
That's correct, 1:30.
All right. So
Same bat
in
time,
about an
same
hour
bat
and
channel.
15 minutes. Great. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris. This is Jason Seskova with Mr. Christopher Lindsay.
Listening. God dang it.
Dang it.
All right. Peace out.
Take care, everybody.